Gentlemen, I hereby call to order the Tuesday, July 8th, City of Hartsville City Council regular meeting. I appreciate all of our guests being here, and thank you for the staff too for not only being here but helping prepare the meeting. Who would like to volunteer to,
Pass down.
yes, would you do the invocation for us, please? I invite you to stand and pray in your faith as we pray in ours.
Gracious and loving God, we thank you, Father, for this time, Lord, Father, in this meeting, Father. We pray, God, that our hearts will be open to you. And, Lord, Father, even in the crisis that we are facing, God, you are there. And, Father, we thank you, Father, for this time that we have to, as we pray, God, for the guidance of our mayor as he guides us through this meeting. You be glorified and magnified. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Now for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Finally, the civility pledge. I'll start. I pledge to build a stronger and more prosperous community by advocating for civil engagement, respecting others and their viewpoints, and finding solutions for the betterment of my city. Thank you all very much. I would entertain a motion to waive the reading of and approve the minutes of the June 3rd special meeting and June 10th regular meeting.
Mayor, so moved.
Second. Any discussion on the minutes, corrections? Hearing none. All those in favor of waiving the reading of and approving the minutes of the June 3rd and June 10th meetings, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Minutes are approved. Thank you. That brings us to presentations. We have one proclamation for this one, and I know Councilman Braddock and Caldwell are most involved with recreation, but I'll invite everyone up here to join me if you would.
Where's Kendra?
Kendra's just trying not to make it.
Okay.
Not to have to come up here.
Kendrick and Elvis, come on.
Bring Elvis
Oh,
too.
Elvis did, yeah, y'all come on.
Y'all had a show.
Look at you.
No, we good. No, we good.
Look at you.
Y'all do a fine job.
Look, gentlemen, this is just a small token of appreciation for all that you do, not only for the city, but the people of the city, especially the young folks. Whereas parks and recreation programs are an integral part of communities throughout this country, including here in Hartsville, South Carolina. And whereas our parks and recreation are vitally important to establishing and maintaining the quality of life in our communities, improving the physical and mental health of citizens, and contributing to the economic and environmental well-being of our community as a whole. And whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature, to recreate outdoors, which positively impacts mental health and increases cognitive performance and well-being, while alleviating illnesses such as depression, attention deficit disorder, Alzheimer's, and stress, of course. And whereas the House of Representatives has designated this month as Parks and Recreation Month, and the City of Hartsville recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources. Now, therefore, I, Casey Hancock, Mayor of the City of Hartsville, South Carolina, do hereby proudly proclaim the month of July 2025 as Parks and Rec Month. And for all citizens, the increased awareness of the importance of all areas of parks and recreation is fundamental to the well-being of our community. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for what you do for the department and the city. I really look forward to seeing what happens with our recreation programs going forward. I know you're going to blow it up. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sit on the airplane.
All right. We have two people signed up for public comment. As you know, when you step forward, please state your name and address for the record. I will be limiting comments to 2 minutes or less tonight. And keep in mind that the discussion needs to be germane to the topics on the agenda, but if you have updates on your projects, we will hear those as well. So first off, and also we've learned that you cannot yield time to another individual. It's just 2 minutes per person. But I do invite you to come forward and speak, if you would, please. Ms. Serrano, if you want to go first.
name is Martha Serrano. And I'm here once again advocating for my sister Mildred Burnham. I wanted to ask about, last time we asked about a street being named for her. We mentioned on Fifth Street, and they told me that Fifth Street was considered a highway and I don't know.
US highway.
Do it or whatever. And then I think Ms. Teresa, somebody told me that it's, highways are reserved for senators. So is that true? I don't know. But, the reason I asked that question is because I know Bobo Newsom Highway, and I don't think he was ever a senator.
I think it's to the discretion of a higher office.
I don't disagree.
I think it's left up to the discretion of higher office. It's not part of our authority, I guess, for lack of a better word.
That's for your legislative delegation.
Yeah, but
Your legislative delegation, they deal with those.
So when you're dealing with Fifth Street, is what you're saying, they have their own policy and rules about that?
Yes, it would be one of our delegates in Columbia or in Washington even, since it's a US highway.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure,
That's my understanding. And
okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't anything, like I said before, he's a white man, rich or whatever, she's a black woman poor, I don't want to make sure, no.
Nothing to do with that.
Sexism and anything like that involved.
no, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the other thing I want to ask about again is like, naming the, that Angel Day thing, y'all said you couldn't do it, but y'all, I know the city, all cities do whatever proposed, that y'all change y'all rules, adjust y'all rules to however y'all want them for whatever agenda. So there's no way that you can adjust the rules, because I feel that Angel situation is a very important thing, even though it would be her birthday, kind of thing. It encompasses everybody who's considered an angel. And you can get, if you can ever get that on the calendar, on the map, just like Mother's Day, Father's Day, everybody all around can, benefit from that.
Right. And then that's time. It's not that we have anything against having an Angel Day in Hartsville. My suggestion would be to find a community organization or a nonprofit, maybe a civic organization that could take up that project as theirs and put it together. I would be happy to do a proclamation to recognize that day each year. But it's not, you would need some sort of, that would be my suggestion. The way to go about it is to find another organization such as a nonprofit or something like the Kiwanis or Lions Club or anything like that they might take up that project and kind of form it into a program.
I know about 2 minutes, and I'm not going to abuse it. One other thing is St. Joseph marker. What's the problem, the hold up and getting it correct?
Well, like I said on the phone, we need documentation of someone that has a written piece of paperwork that can prove to the county that she did indeed teach that grade. And we, like I said on the phone, I haven't been able to find that.
Well, Brian got my diploma, and I signed that about several years ago. And that article was in the newspaper. I thought I'd come and share that. I gave that to Brian some years ago.
So you have given this to Brian? I mean, I believe you. It's just what we're told is they need more documentation.
Because I thought it was going to be fun that y'all would say y'all had no money. I'll go do my fund me.
If we can build the case and I've talked to Pete about it and Mr. Waters, I'm all for it.
Okay.
It's just a matter of evidence.
Okay, but it actually, it's
Yeah. I believe you. I think it's just the paperwork's gotten lost.
Okay.
But that is your time though. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
don't worry about it. That was it. I just want to highlight about her and the angel. I wish some of y'all could do it though, because I want to see Hartsville on the map that we were the one that started this angel stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again for your comments. Mr. Serrano, would you like to speak? You good? All right.
He was just doing like he did the last time.
I got you.
Give him 2 minutes, so he'll give me his 2.
Okay, I got you.
Say what I wanted to say.
Okay.
So,
Well, good.
thank you.
Appreciate it. And that's all for the public comment sign up. That brings it to your turn, Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir. I just have several kind of housekeeping items for you tonight. Just reminder, a few upcoming items. We have the MASC annual meeting coming up. I believe several of you are joining me for that. That's going to be in Hilton Head, July 16th through the 20th. We'll be joining with the other cities around the state and hearing about some legislative updates and things going on across the country and state that are germane to what we are dealing with here in Hartsville. We also are going to have on July 15th, next Tuesday, Chats and Cheers for the Main Street group. So please come from 6 to 7, going to be in the addition. We're inviting all the downtown businesses to come and join us, and we'll have refreshments for that. And excitingly, we also have the Dog Days of Summer the next day on July 16th. So let me just see if I can get this right. It is come have a doggone good time with us. Bring blankets and chairs to catch up with friends and relish a hot dog picnic.
Bring blankets, chairs, and a little tiny
Ketchup
fan.
and friends to
You-
relish.
I don't want any ketchup.
Okay.
And a little
All right.
tiny fan I can plug into my phone.
You can. You
Yeah.
can have a little time. But the most exciting part, other than DJ Melton, the Hot Diggity Dog costume contest, and entertainment by Hartsville, the Bubble Guy, is that the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile will be here. It is a prestigious event. Please come.
I think it's safe to say that's the first time it's ever been to Hartsville.
The first time the Wienermobile has parked in Hartsville for longer than get gas.
Yeah.
So we're excited. So please come. That's July 16th in Bury Park from 6 to 9. It's National Hot Dog Day. It's the first time we're trying this. Want to give it a good round. Please come, enjoy some free hot dogs. And it's going to be very exciting. So please come to that. And then, go
I
ahead.
think I'm speaking for the manager. I'm definitely speaking for me. I'm going to come and eat at least one hot dog before hopping in the car and going to Hilton Head that evening. Could not miss it.
We'll hold you to 3. That's fine. 3 hot dogs.
I think that'd be good. Just
Even
no ketchup.
4. Okay. And lastly, this is a very exciting thing. We made an announcement, but we're going to be really pumping it out tomorrow. Main Street, to Hartsville's Main Street program, we are going to be hosting the Main Street America Community Transformation Workshop here. This is a national workshop. There are going to be 50 Main Street professionals across the country. They're going to be coming to Hartsville for today to see what we're doing here in the program that we have through our Main Street program. So we're very excited to do this. This is a big deal for us. Hartsville will be on the map and be showing up as a national, place to look at. So very excited about the work we've done with Main Street. Again, was been very exciting to get to be one of the accredited cities in South Carolina, and just can't really, really proud of all the staff that we have that does all the work to make this thing possible. So we're very excited about that as well.
Excuse me,
Sure.
what day or time?
That is, I didn't say that, you're right.
Yeah.
Beginning July 12th through August 16th. Let's see. There's going to be short community survey going out. I believe they're coming, Matt. What days are they coming?
So they're here, August, that's right, October.
October. Thank you.
October 14th is when they're actually in Hartsville. They'll spend 2 days, Monday and Wednesday in Columbia. Field excursion here to Hartsville that Tuesday. And then there's a survey that's going out this Saturday, Farm Party Day, make sure you, sometime Bill.
Mhm.
It runs through October, or August 16th.
So October
So
14th.
Hartsville,
October
Hartsville,
14th.
14, that's what.
October 14th. We'll have 50 professionals from across the country in Hartsville seeing what we're doing here. Very exciting. Sure.
Just because I've been attending meetings and where do I go from
Sure. So Main Street, Hartsville, it's on our city website. We also have a website for Main Street. It's our downtown businesses for the most part in that district, in the Main Street district. But it's essentially it's an idea to, promote our local businesses downtown. We offer it for free to our businesses in the Main Street district. The idea is to promote small town businesses as part of a Main Street program, not necessarily Main Street itself, but the program is called Main Street. Yep.
Just give me a call,
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll be happy to get with you afterwards. Yep.
and you can call me anytime. I can tell you what about it.
And that's all I have for the manager update, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Sorry for interrupting you. I kept thinking
Oh,
you
you're
were done. For the consent agenda and departmental reports, thank you, staff, as always, for preparing those. I had a question about one of the department reports, but I'm on a time limit here according to Councilman Meadows, so I'm going to keep going. On to unfinished business, item number 8, public hearing and final reading for ordinance 4496. Mr. Manager, you would publish it by title and presentation for the record.
Yes, sir. It's public hearing and final reading of ordinance 4496, an ordinance authorizing the sale of tax map numbers 056-14-06010 and 056-14-06011 located at the corner of Marion Avenue and East Chaplain Circle and other matters related thereto. To present this as second reading to sell properties to Steve Collins Incorporated Group for development of households on that property.
All right, I'll now open the public hearing for ordinance 4496. If you'd like to come forward and speak on this ordinance, please come to the table, state your name and address for the record, keep your comments to 2 minutes or less. Nobody's jumping up. I'll hear, yeah, sure.
Let's go
If
to,
you just name and address for us for the technicalities.
My name is Daryl Howe, and I own the property at 325 Marion Avenue. I think that's the property at Chase today,
believe so. It's the empty property around the corner?
on the lot.
Yes, sir.
On the lot there. I never knew that property was for sale. How did we find out?
He, as I understand it, this developer looked on the map and saw we owned it and then approached us about buying it. Yes, sir.
It was not for sale at the time, but he made an offer on it.
Yeah, he made an offer.
Yes, sir.
Do somebody have an opportunity to make a counter offer?
Not really this time, unless the council wants to entertain anything. What's up to you?
All right. That's my question.
Yeah, I'm thinking this, trying to think of the mechanism.
This-
It's right next door to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
Well, just to make me a little background on it, so the idea from our City of Hartsville Master Plan for 2025 was to start developing vacant lots throughout South Hartsville in the city. And the idea was to find someone who would work with us to build homes on the property. So that's why this property came up, where a developer approached us, said they wanted to build homes on that property to, again, meet the master plan's implementation guide. And so city council listened to a proposal, and then this is the second read of that, to do that. Several other properties throughout the city are being considered as well.
does anybody have any, I need to close the public hearing. Does anybody else want to, speak on this ordinance before I close the public hearing? All right, hearing none, public hearing is now closed. I would entertain a motion to approve ordinance 4496.
Mr. Mayor, I so move that we approve ordinance 4496.
Would I have a second on that?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor of approving ordinance 4496, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the ordinance passes. I'll be happy to follow up with you afterwards, because like I said, there's more lots in play, and can get you up to speed. That brings us to new business. Resolution 72501, Mr. Manager, if you would publish it by title and presentation for the record.
Yes, sir. It's Resolution 072501, approval of bid award for resurfacing of Byerly Park running track. To present, this is a long-term project we've been working on. The state, about 2 years ago, we applied for funding to resurface the running track for the track and field, and we were awarded $100,000 for that. We did need to get updated quotes on that, so we did. They did come in higher. We do still have money left over for Byerly Park improvements in the American Rescue Plan Act money. So with the bid of around $146,000, with the $100,000 from the state, we believe we can fully cover the remaining balance, and this will make sure we can get the track at least up to stuff to make sure people aren't tripping over anything.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 72501.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and second. Is there any discussion on this one? As you say, it's been 2 years since we applied. It's been 4 years since Councilman Braddock and I went out there and and looked at that track. So this, as you said, it's been a long time coming.
We moved at lightning speed, so.
Yeah. New record for government. All right. Any more discussion? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of approving resolution 072501, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution passes. 9B, resolution 72502. Mr. Manager, if you would publish it by title and presentation for the record.
Yes, sir. It's a resolution supporting Project Hometown and authorizing participation by the city of Hartsville. This is a latecomer to us. This was presented actually last week. We had been speaking to this group. This is through Main Street with the partnership of the South Carolina Rural Growth Initiative to have Hartsville be one of 3 cities that would be part of a pilot program to promote, essentially building on to what we already do with tourism, but get funding through the Department of Commerce, through the federal government. The other cities are Cheraw and Walterboro, and we would be one of those 3 cities that would get $100,000 each. It does require a match, 25%. It can be in kind up to a certain amount. There's also funding opportunities through Main Street. They have not designated that because we are trying to get this thing forward. This is a resolution for an application that's due on the 18th. And then we hope to have an award sometime in August, I believe. And with that going on, we'll be working with Main Street to then promote the city of Hartsville through social media, through website, through calls. We're going to be setting up people who are advocates for the town to work and talk to people who want to be interested in coming to Hartsville for either business or pleasure or living here. And the idea is that this will be a nationwide kind of initiative to promote Hartsville. They did do a small pilot program, and Sherrod did have some success, but I believe they want to take this to the next level. So we jumped on a call with Main Street and then the South Carolina Rural Growth Initiative. We sound pretty excited about it, and I think that Hartsville would benefit from at least trying to do something different to attract new people.
And I will say, one thing that they noted on that call that we had, I thought was very interesting, is that Marion has a difficult time getting educators, teachers to come to the area. So they did a targeted approach there, and they had 6 teachers come.
From Horry County,
Yes,
from the neighboring county to come teach.
right, which I thought was cool, that it did work, that approach to get people to come in. So I thought it was neat.
All right, thank you very much for the explanation. I would entertain a motion to approve Resolution 72502.
Mr. Mayor, so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this one?
Yeah, quick question. Said the matching was 25%.
It's $25,000. It can be a or a combination of in-kind and monetary.
Okay, what would be some sort of example of in kind?
In-kind would be staff time, working
Staff
on it.
time, okay.
You can bill hours in that way. We also are going to be seeking some local partnerships to try and do that. But at the end of the day, $25,000 is the match that has to be essentially obligated to a point. So that's where we're saying up to $25,000. We are going to be seeking again assistance from Main Street. So I don't believe it will cost us the $25,000, and we're going to try our hardest to not have it come out directly from us.
And for the benefit of council and the public, this program is designed to get people to move here.
It
Whether
should have a
it's-
return on investment.
Right, it's whether to get them to work at a job located here, or if they're a remote worker and they're just looking for the kind of lifestyle we offer, they could live here and, you know, their work could be anywhere their computer takes them. I think it's a program that has a lot of potential and very low downside.
Yeah.
Which is why I was comfortable with the 25,000, especially in the having the backing of the agencies at the state level was pretty important to me too. We've got some more support than just us and the project folks going after it. So that was sharing my thinking on it. Is there any other question or discussion?
No, I'm good.
And with educators, we've seemed like we've always been in competition with Chesterfield County, one of our neighboring counties. My wife taught for 43 years, and it would seem like some would jump from Darwin County to Chesterfield County, and if this will help, give us a little more info as far as why.
Yeah.
I think it would be beneficial for us.
Very good point.
And luckily, we'll be working with Shaw, so we don't have to say which one's better, even though we know the answer.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, it's
Karen's gonna hit you.
There.
sorry, Chirra.
And I think it just falls in line well with the master plan once again, with what we're trying to do.
We're really trying to take that master plan, as you guys have seen, is use
Right.
it as a guiding document for us. The implementation guide, again, we can all follow along as we're going, and this is part of it.
Anything else before we vote? We're hearing none. All those in favor of approving resolution 72502, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution passes. That brings us to, nope, 9C. Getting ahead of myself. Mr. Manager, if you would publish resolution 72404 by title and presentation for the record.
Yes, sir. It's resolution 072504 to express the intention of City of Hartsville to cause the city to be reimbursed with the proceeds of lease purchase financing and other matters related thereto. This is an annual thing we do. As again, with the budget, we do go after capital lease proceeds to pay for all the capital items. We have $1.2 million of the capital in this budget. We need this so that we can go ahead and start securing those items, especially ones that have a long lead time, cars, for instance. And so what this will do is allow us to spend the money, and then we will reimburse ourselves once we get the capital lease proceeds. And again, we do this every year.
And I want to point out last year's budget was 1.8, and we're down to 1.2 somehow. I do thank the departments again for trying to keep it as slim as possible when they come forward with their capital requests. Police, though, some of the things they have budgeted in this capital list are surplus vehicles, and y'all know those are difficult to get and come up quick. So we needed to get this in there quickly because I got the chief
Snatch 'em
calling
up.
me
Yeah.
to buy stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 725. 4?
Mr. Mayor, so moved.
Second.
I have a motion to second. Is there a discussion on this one? And it's just for clarification, per their explanation, this isn't new spending, it's just executing on something that's already in the budget.
It's already in the budget.
It's already in the budget. Yeah.
Hearing no other discussion, take a vote. All those in favor of approving Resolution 07-2504, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution passes. And now we get to item 10, executive session. I would entertain a motion to enter executive session pursuant to SC Code FOIA Section 3470A1 for discussion of appointments to various city boards, committees, and commissions. Do I have such a motion?
Mr. Mayor, so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that? All those in favor of entering executive session pursuant to SC Code FOIA Section 3470A1 for discussion of appointments to various city boards, committees, and commissions, please indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we now stand in executive session. Members of the public, thank you so much for coming.
Oh,